How does the actions of the industry personally affect you? Do you often feel frustrated, or perhaps you feel positive about being able to spread customer awareness? Look, I'll be honest. When when there's more interesting things, more exciting products to talk about, it just makes the job obviously a whole lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
If we're excited, if you guys are excited about the products, we're obviously excited about the products. If you guys are bored with the products and don't really care about them, our feelings are much the same. It also means we have less viewership, less people interested in it. So it's sort of a win-win for everyone if it's exciting and good like it has been in past years. But yeah, probably peak interest was prior to the last cryptocurrency boom. So sort of 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019, they were probably all good years from memory. A lot of interesting product releases, a lot of excitement, and then I think it peaked probably during the cryptocurrency boom with your GeForce 30 series, the Radeon 6000 series. They were great product releases, really exciting. Probably got Zen 4 in around there as well, but availability, the whole world went to crap for a bit there, and we're still trying to get it back to somewhere. So yeah, frustrating, I guess, is fair to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Even on the monitor front, like you get these really cool OLED monitors, and then it's like, well, you need to spend like $1,000, $2,000 for a graphics card to make this thing, viable.
Yeah, there's certainly some of that. I think it depends on like the product segment you're talking about with monitors, whether that's exciting or not. Mm-hmm. Certainly for high-end buyers, very exciting. I think testing out new technology. Every time there's like a new technology, it is interesting to test that out. But the issue with monitors is always that you get many different variants of effectively the same thing, and that are all important to test because people are still interested in which of the variants you want to buy, which is similar to, I guess, like AIB GPUs, but
motherboards and stuff as well can be a bit.
Potentially a bit more important for monitors because performance can differ. It doesn't happen as much on the AIB GPU front. So, yeah, I mean, I found the monitor market probably the most interesting thing to cover of the things that I cover recently, but then there's been some interesting like testing things like frame generation, even if it's something that I personally don't think everyone should be using and wouldn't recommend it to everyone. It's still interesting to cover like a new thing that comes out. And so like, what's going on here? What's the sort of ways that we can evaluate this and test it across a whole range of different use cases, right? So that we can, really try and break it, basically, see where it doesn't work, see where it does work. Those sorts of things are interesting. But when it comes to the actual products that people are buying, generally from the PC component thing, not that exciting. The CPU side of things I think has been pretty good, but CPUs I feel like are very much driven by what's happening on the GPU front. Like people aren't as interested in upgrading to a super powerful CPU if they're still using quite a slow old GPU because there's nothing that's interesting them for an upgrade. So I feel like if there was much more powerful, good value GPUs that people would be also quite excited about, doing much more significant whole platform upgrades, really. Like, there's this new GPU I want, so does that make sense with my slow CPU? Not really. Let's get everything upgraded. Let's modernize my platform for gaming and things like that. And even today, like you see a lot of games, does it really need a 4090 for some of those games? Games need to improve as well to sort of
that's true.
Deliver.
Games have been pretty crap.
Yeah, so I think that there were a lot of high quality games released in 2023, but not as much on like you need a 4090 for that type of game. As we move more into path tracing, maybe that's going to be more of a factor down the line. But yeah, I think the general premise of this question is that, I mean, am I feeling positive about spreading consumer awareness? That's nice, right? Like it's good to be able to tell people, hey, maybe don't buy that because it's not good. Like there's always a bit of satisfaction there, but not nearly as much satisfaction as, wow, this is great. Like,
and seeing everyone getting excited. I don't want to complain too much. Like, I love the job. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, it's a bit rich of us to be sitting here being like, I look around this room, right, and like people would be astonished about the stuff that's in here, like the amount of hardware, and like PC hardware's shoppers dream to come into a place like this and just build stuff. But
so that side of it's all great. It's more just like when we review the product, it's great to see everyone excited about the product and wanting more information instead of just the negativity. And I'm not blaming people for the negativity. Like we feed into that because we're probably being negative in the video as well.
Pretty fair. Like I haven't seen any negativity that's been like largely unjustified.
No, it's all justified.
Yeah.
It's just, I want to be excited about a product and excited to I can't wait to show the viewers this new product, like what it offers. This is going to be awesome for so many people. It's we want that because then we're excited about it. You're excited about it. It's all good. But anyway, fingers crossed it can happen again.
Yeah, that's right.
It can happen again, Tim.
It can, and I think it will at some point. Again, we've talked about the reasons why for that, but yeah, I think at least we're in a good position where even though things are boring right now, and I think views are down compared to what we've seen previously, and that appears to be the case across many tech enthusiast channels at the moment, is that our channel is still sustainable during those times.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, on a personal level, we're doing just fine. We're doing great. But I never got into this for the money, right? It's my passion for PC hardware.
Yeah, that's right.
That's first and foremost.
Multiple different angles.
For the last few years, it's just been
And you've probably seen it with my work, right? Like, how much time have I been working on Monitors Unboxed content versus Hardware Unboxed content lately? It's been a lot of coverage of the OLED stuff, which personally has been relatively exciting. And build guides have kind of not been a thing on Hardware Unboxed. There's a few other pieces of content that really haven't been happening just because the interest isn't there. So they'll shift and change as things get better. But yeah, that's the way it is, really.
I might have to start Power Bricks Unboxed or something, and maybe there's more exciting things happening in the power brick industry than there is in the GPU and CPU industry.
Yeah,
I'll look into it. Give me some tips, guys, and I'll pivot.
That's right. But I think we launched a podcast, which I think's been a good way to
that's been fun.
Good way to spice things up and do something a bit different.
We talk about lawn mowing, getting bitten by various different local insects and things.
You said you'd fight a crocodile in an octagon in a previous podcast, so we're still working on that.
I've reached out to Dana White. Things are in motion. Expect that probably as a pay-per-view in the coming months. But a lot of fun things happen on the podcast, so check that out if you haven't. Hardware Unboxed Podcast. You'll work it out. All right, next one.